I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
More
You
No
podcast.
Today I want to discuss a checklist that can be used as an organizing tool for preparing for any sort of presentation or report. And this checklist is discussed in the book How to Talk So People Listen by Sonya Hamil. So using this checklist to create the order for any presentation or report makes you narrow your sights on what you want to cover, what you're going to say, and how you're going to say it, which are all crucial to any presentation or report. So the organizing checklist contains 14 items, and I now want to go through them. Starting with the first being the opening, which is where you state the theme as well as the general message. Then the next step is to motivate and identify with your audience, and this means to tell them why they should listen. After that, you should then give an agenda, and this is where you're going to describe the content and structure of your presentation. And then once you do that, you get into the content, which is where you present the basic idea. And once you've presented the basic idea, you then break it down into segments. You should use logical chronology, meaning you break it down going from one logical step to the next. Then from there you break it into subsegments, which are details and examples surrounding the segments. And then from there you recap each segment, and what this does is assists in clarifying the most important aspects of that segment. After that you transition into introducing the next segment. And once you go through every segment and the subsegments for them, you then wrap up the presentation. And here you recap highlights of the whole presentation, including the most important parts. From there, there's a couple optional things that can be done depending on the report or presentation. And the first is to pose and answer problems that surround the presentation or report. And the second is to raise and answer anticipated objections or resistance. Then from there you reach the grand wrap-up. And here you list the most persuasive points surrounding your presentation or report, leaving them with the most important things to keep in mind. And after that you reach your conclusion where you should make recommendations of some form surrounding your presentation or report. And then lastly, you should answer any questions, as well as be open for discussion. Going through this checklist will no doubt improve any presentation or report you're participating in. And being able to properly organize any presentation or report you're a part of will no doubt allow you to find higher levels of success with that presentation or report. And being able to successfully organize any report or presentation enables you to clearly convey your message and therefore assist in crafting a life of significance.
I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
More
You
No
podcast.